Welcome to Immigration Quicktake. This is Jessica Eyes with the American Immigration Lawyers Association. Yesterday, the House of Representatives Republican caucus met to discuss prospects for immigration reform. The leadership then released a statement that rejects the bipartisan compromise bill the Senate passed 2 weeks ago. Here to discuss this is AILA Executive Director Crystal Williams. Crystal, in the lead up to this meeting, did you have any expectations as to what would come out? Is this the strategy you thought that the House Republican leadership would decide upon?
Well, the substance of the strategy they've been signaling for a long time. It's no surprise that they're not going to take up the Senate bill. They've been making that clear for a while now. And their own comprehensive bill, the bill that the Magnificent Seven have been working on, it's still out there, and I wouldn't write it off entirely just yet. So, in terms of the substance of the statement and the results, no surprise.
What are your thoughts on the statement itself?
Well, the statement itself, I can only describe it as a partisan cliche. But the fact is, what a lot of the pundits have been saying about the Republican Party right now may have some truth, which is there is no leadership in it. So don't look at the leadership statement. In fact, we've dealt with some of those leaders whose names are on that statement, and they're better than that. And we've dealt with a lot of the people in the caucus who are really struggling with these issues, and they're better than that. So let's put the partisan cliche aside for a moment and look at, of all things, the tweets. Because I think really the truth about what had happened in that caucus yesterday is being revealed through the Twitterdom. And what we are seeing from the tweets is exactly what we know is happening within the caucus, which is members of the caucus are struggling with this issue. They have a lot of concerns about a lot of the substantive issues. They have political concerns. They're trying to come to grips with that, and they're trying to come to grips with the reality of what has to be done.
And what does this mean for immigration reform?
It's going to be longer and it's going to be harder, but I wouldn't write it off yet. There are still ways forward here. The truth is, step by step isn't going to work. It won't work for political reasons. In order to get through two houses of Congress, each held by a different party, and get a signature by the president, you have to compromise. And compromise generally means not on each piece, but on a give and take. The Senate is an example. The Democrats gave up some very big things. The Republicans gave up some very big things because each got what they wanted in the end. The only way for the House to do this is to have a similar compromise and to have one piece talking about border and one piece talking about enforcement and another piece talking about legal immigration and no pieces talking about legalization. That's not a compromise. But there are ways to make that happen. One is the Magnificent Seven bill. The other is to take those pieces and put them together and work through a conference that comes out with something good. It'll be hard. I'm not sure it's even doable, but we're going to keep working on it. Congress is committed to keep working on it. The White House is committed to keeping working on it. It's not going to happen in July. There's no chance that it will happen before the August recess. But watch the fall, watch the early winter, watch the end of this Congress. Anything can happen.
Thank you, Crystal, for joining us. For the rest of you, please stay tuned for more updates through Immigration Quicktake with the American Immigration Lawyers Association.